Hello, we are on round 4 of the Pauper challenge. We are 2-1 currently. We are on the draw. So looking at this hand, this is definitely a keep. We have 3 1-drop spells we can play on turn 1. We have a Firebrand Arch, which is basically a win condition all on its own. We have a Needle Drop, which is just cherry on top. So we're going to keep this. We're going to allow our opponent to go ahead and do what they need to do. Team 5 color, cool. Alright, Selesnya Guildgate. What in the world? I don't know, that's weird because you don't run Guildgates. Because you can just run the life gain lands from Khan to Tarkir. I don't know if they made a cycle of that. Maybe it's only 5 of them, not 10. So maybe there's not like a green-white one. But I think there is. It's Blossoming Sands, I think it's called. So maybe this deck's win con is the... I think there's a Guildgate that's like you win the game if you have 10 of them on the board or something. But I'm not sure if that Guildgate is common. But our opponent clearly has a record similar to ours. So they must be doing something very good that we don't know about. Utopia Sprawl. Okay. Oh, so it looks like Bogles. Alright. Bogles it is. Alright, we're going to bolt our opponent here. We're going to play Firebrand Archer. We're going to end. So we just don't want our opponent to gain a to use a lifelink enchantment, because that's going to suck. If our opponent starts getting life, we're kind of screwed. Hopefully we draw a land, we can go Archer into Riftbolt, and then just start going off on our opponent the turn after that. Because Archer basically is, you know, +1 damage to each and every spell we play. Trample, lifelink, fuck. Alright, they gain 4 life. So they're going to be gaining life every turn. So we have to play the second Archer. So now we need to try and out damage their life gain, which sucks. Alright, Riftbolt suspend, and we're just gonna Chain Lightning our opponent. I mean, we probably lose this, to be honest. Unless you draw, like, a Fire Blast next turn. And I don't even think a Fire Blast matters. Yeah, go ahead. Like, I can't even attack with the Firebrands because of these warriors in the way. Yep. This is too bad. If I get a mountain, I'm happy. Needle Drop. A mountain, bolt, bolt. Oh, what? Okay, yeah, bolt. So it looks like we lose this because our opponent gained way too much life. So on to game 2. So we are against Bogles. So Electrickery is good. Martyr of Ashes is good. Actually, I don't like Electrickery that much because it's a bit too slow, and they're usually going to have their Bogles going to be a bit more than at 1. So Electrickery is not that good actually. I don't think Flaring Pain is relevant. Pyroblast is irrelevant. So we have 3 cards we need to take out. Searing Blaze. Let's go with Curse because we can Searing Blaze their tokens. We can Searing Blaze their Colony Heart, their Colony Garden, whatever it's called. So we kind of need to go off as soon as we can. So let's take a look at this hand here. We can go turn 1, Riftbolt. I'm actually going to drop Forgotten Cave, I think. Yeah, we'll do Forgotten Cave, and then turn 2 Archer, and then try and just go off ASAP. Right? Yeah, I think we need to try and hold back all of our burn spells for the Archer. And we do need to draw into a mountain, though. both for the Fire Blast and for the Searing Blaze play. So we'll just do nothing turn 1 to try and maximize damage with Archer, which means Forgotten Cave is our best play. We could also do Mountain, cycle Forgotten Cave, but I don't think we want to risk not getting that extra Mountain, especially because we're going first, not second. So if we had an extra draw, I might do it, but otherwise, nah. So our opponent probably is just trying to find a life gain card if they're considering this so heavily, so they probably don't have life gain stuff in their hand right now, or their hand is really slow and starts getting life in maybe not enough turns for it to be relevant. If only Skullcrack was legal in Pauper. Alright, they're keeping it. We're gonna go play Forgotten Cave. Go to your turn, buddy. Forest, a Boggle, a Utopia Sprawl. Cool. So one more turn before they can start going off, or start even playing their Bogles in the first place. Okay, land was probably our best draw there, so we are very happy right now. So what we most want to happen is our opponent plays a creature that can be blazed, and we can also Rift Bolt. I would also be happy to, whoa, okay, great. So Blazeable creature, suspend Rift Bolt, swing for 2. Great. Ethereal Armor, let's see what that does. Okay, just pumps the team. So we're gonna Searing Blaze. Yep, so you take 4 instead. We're gonna suspend a Rift Bolt, and we're gonna swing for 2. So this looks like a very good start for us so far. We probably have this just because we have the Fire Blast, but you never really know. Okay, Ethereal Armor and Rancor, awesome. Not good. So our opponent needs to get their life gain though, ASAP. So we're dealing 4 with Rift Bolt. Thermal Alchemist. Chain Lightning. So it doesn't matter for Thermo. And it's almost lethal, so you can deal 5. So our opponent just has to not gain life next turn, and I really hope they don't. Okay, well, Blossoming Sand is fine. We can still win. Rancor is fine. They don't kill us, so it's okay. Armadillo Mask, no. Fuck. They have Trample, so there's no point to... Yeah, I'm just kind of stuck and I have to take it. Alright, so we're going to tap. We are going to Chain Lightning. Tap again. Swing for 2. Looks like we lose. There's not really anything we could have done. Our opponent was able to win just in time. Well, no, we just... oh, well. That's Bogles for you. It's how the deck works. So we're down 2 games now. And it appears that our opponent's going to win. So, GG's. So I don't know how we could have played better or done anything really different. It was kind of just... we both Goldfish, and then whoever Goldfishes quicker, whoever gets the life first, or whoever, if I kill them, then I win. If they get the life, then they win. I mean, when you have a life point swing of 12 against Burn, you can't really come back. Skullcrack was legal. I'd be pretty happy. So I guess since we have a lot of time left, we can probably just go through our burn list here. So the list is basically just 3 caves, 15 mountains, a bunch of 1 mana bolts basically, and then Shard Volley is an extra, like your 5th lightning bolt basically. Shard Volley seems pretty good. I haven't really, been unhappy to see it. It's mostly just to finish your opponent off because it's just 1 mana, deal 3. It's pretty good. Firebrand Archer is probably one of the best creature in the deck. Thermal Alchemist is... there's only like 8 creatures in the deck anyway, so... I mean, Firebrand basically has Thermal Alchemist, same ability, but you can... It's like, it has haste, I guess you would say, so it's better because you can start going off on your turn after dropping Archer, instead of waiting for a turn with the Summoning Sick Thermal Alchemist. Curse of the Pure Heart probably is like one of the worst cards in the deck, but it is good against control decks if they're like countering everything you do. If you can try and sneak one out, then you're good. String Blaze is okay. You got 4 Rift Bolts, you got 4 Fire Blast. Like the only one-ups are Magma Jet and Shard Volley. Magma Jet's probably the weakest card in the entire deck, just because like a 2-mana shock is bad, straight up. And you're not running Thunderous Wrath, so you're not really taking advantage of scrying too, besides like making your draws better, but that's not necessarily worth it. So Magma Jet, also not a very good card. Probably one of the first cards you generally want to sideboard is like Magma Jet, Curse of the Pierced Heart, and Shard Volley. And then after that, you kind of like, you know, if they're running no creatures, you get rid of Searing Blades, you know, that kind of stuff. So you have Flaring Pain in for pretty much like any white deck that runs Prismatic Strands, or a green deck that runs like Forgotten Peace. So if you're playing against Tron, for example, you want to bring in Flaring Pains. Electrickery is just against any go-wide deck that has a bunch of X1s, like Elves, for example. Martyr of Ashes, same thing, except it's not X1s, it's X anything, I guess you could say. So like against Bogles, you want Martyr because you can kind of early on, like if they have an X3 or X4, you can, you know, sacrifice it, reveal a bunch of cards, and still win. Molten Rain is for the Tron matchup. Smash Smithereens is for the Affinity matchup. And Pyroblast is for control matchups. So when you're against any blue deck, blue anything, blue-red Delver, mono blue, it doesn't matter, then you want Pyroblasts. And Smash Smithereens for Affinity. So yeah, the deck is pretty straightforward. You kind of just want to calculate how much damage you can do and figure out how to kill your opponent as soon as possible. So again, I don't think we made any huge misplays against our Bogles opponent. We had good hands both games. The first game, it wasn't iffy keep with like the 4 lands, but if it was 3 lands, it would still have been a keep if you were down to 6. So I would have kept that hand if I was down to 6 in the blind. Against Bogles, it wasn't that good of a hand though. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you just lose, and you couldn't really have done much about it. I mean, Bogles is a deck designed to just Goldfish as soon as possible. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Here we go.